Hi, I'm Pink, and I'm a second year med student who honestly cannot wait to be over and done with all of this. Anyways, everyone at my school has tests this week, but I don't. Nothing special, I just happen to be a med student. However, I have a GST test, which is the only one I'll be taking with others. So, yeah, spend the next 2 days with me prepping for my test. I probably have only read one slide since this semester. Before I share my tips on how I studied effectively, even though I was studying it late and still did pretty well, I just want to share a disclaimer. This course is the easiest course I had to take this semester. I certainly would not recommend ignoring harder courses till dying minutes. I knew I could study this dying minutes and still do well, so I ignored it to study harder courses during the semester. Do not try this at home, especially with difficult courses. That said, here are my tips. First thing you want to do is to list out all the slides. Write out the names of all of them so that when you go over each slide, you can tick this. I just like being accountable to myself, so I'm absolutely sure that I have covered everything if I say I've covered everything, because it's easy to just miss out one thing, and who knows, that might be where the test comes out from. Next stop, you're going to read the slides one by one till you're done with every single thing. Like I said, you don't know which one is going to come out. Read through everything. I love to write, so if you're like me, then you want to note down a few key points. How do you know which is key? If I know this has a high chances of coming out, I would write it. I would also write it if I know I have a high chance of forgetting it, or you want to have a few notes. This is helpful so you can come back to it, and in my case it was pretty helpful because I still did come back to it when I had exams. I've not done a proper check-in with you guys since the start of this video, so hey guys, I just want to clean my hands with this because I've been touching a lot of surfaces and I want to do my skincare. So as you probably heard from the intro, I have a test coming up tomorrow. I have like 24+ hours till the test, and it's a GST, so I don't really care as much. Aside the fact that I've learned it numerous times, I've reached a point where it's just common knowledge. This is my toner from Zeroid. However, I don't think I'm ever going to enter an exam hall, God's grace, without reading for the exam, because what are you going to do? No matter how much you know it, it's always like nice to just at least glance at the book. If you don't know what a GST is, a GST is basically a general course that every department has to do. So whatever you're studying, be it astronomy, whatever, anything in the world, you're going to take it as long as you're in that level in the university. So this is the only GST I have this semester. I'm already studying, right? I started studying yesterday. I went over like 2 or 3 slides. Today I'll get some more things done. This morning I was just going over my videos. I did physiology, at least actively did physiology, and then I went over to anatomy and tried to do something, but I fell asleep. I know I have a test, I should be focusing solely on that course, but again, like I said, this is GST. The aim is to just cover all the slides I have and not like desert every other thing I have going on for it. Nah. Chances are our exams are even going to be soon, so everybody needs attention. But now the neglected child actually gets attention. I have an 8 a.m. class today, 7:40. This is not my departmental wear, but I have only one class, so I'm just wearing anything. If they don't like it, then I guess. I want to be there early, so I don't have to walk in like wearing what's not my departmental wear. Can you notice a change in light? But the only class is anatomy. That's why I'm low-key bothered and I want to go early. Oh, by the way, I also have something to film for Ivan today. I woke up with a chest bone, but I took meds that my roommate had. I just hope it kind of subsides. It already feels slightly better. It's still there at the back of my chest, if that makes any sense. Next thing you're going to do is read the little notes you take. This is what you're going to be reading before you enter the hall. This is what you're going to be reading the morning of the exam. Just keep going through what you wrote. This is supposed to be an easy course, so chances are you're going to remember the other stuff. What you wrote is the thing of actual concern. Typically, I would recommend doing some sort of active recall, but like I said, this is a simple course. We don't need all that fine, intricate details. I did pretty well by just studying passively, so I guarantee that you can as well. But if you prefer to do some sort of active recall, then you can get practice questions from ChatGPT or Thea. Thea is a free app, or any other platform you choose. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Go and ace your tests that you did not prepare for the entirety of the semester. So I forgot my glasses and I had to go back for it, and I forgot to ask for code. Time for me to look in and study for the ENT test tomorrow. But the priority now is to have notes on each and every single day. I haven't had breakfast, so later on we're going to go get breakfast. So yeah, let's get to work. Also, my final tip is that you want to know the type of exam you're having. So it was way more easier to get away with that mini preparation. I was studying for an OBJ exam and I wasn't studying for a theory exam. So you want to keep that in mind. If it's a theory exam, the only thing I'll say is in your notes, you want to have more lists, include mnemonics, so you can remember stuff in the exam hall. I need to go pick up something from a different block in the school, so I'm going to go there right now. Also, the whole acid reflux chest bump thing is still happening. It's not like bad as before, but it's still there. And it's quite uncomfortable, so when I go to get lunch, I'll just get like yogurt and see how that goes. I really do hope this stops because again it's so uncomfortable. Now I'm done giving my tips. I'm just going to see up for the rest of the video. So while I was preparing for this test, I randomly get thoughts like, what if plot twist, this is harder than expected, and everything just goes south. But after writing the exam, I realized that some things are very much predictable. I took a little break and I'm back here. Now I'm going to do my regular stuff because I'm done with all the slides that the man sent. So, do I regret not reading this for the entirety of the semester? Not one bit. Would I do it again? Maybe, depending on the complexity of the course. I just feel it's about knowing which course should get much of your attention and how you should split it up, because definitely every course is not going to get you 100, and I think that's why some people do better than others. So I got abacha today because for the first time in a while they had abacha in my school, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to just eat. I hope I don't have acid reflux again. This is me, it's evening. I got back from lectures and I was just with my roommates after eating. The abacha was amazing, by the way. Tell me why randomly they just sent one last slide that's mighty enough to be like 3, because why is it 60 slides long? And the man hammered on it so much, so I just know it's going to be an AOC most likely. And I'm going to be staying up to read it as well as just read up the other group slides, because we have to leave for the test early and I don't know if I'll have time to revise, so I just want to do everything tonight and then I guess. So yeah, chances are we're going to pull an all-nighter that I 100% do not want to pull, but here we are because life just kind of happens. I just finished up what I wanted to get done for this night. I'm going to go to bed and just pray that I get up by 3 to continue studying, because I need to revise, go over some questions as well as check some slides. So yeah, I'm just going to go to bed now. See you when I see you. Done with my tests. It was so tea. Like, I wish I slept. I've been singing this since I left the exam hall. I genuinely wish I slept because it was so easy. Did I get a perfect score? No. But it was so close. And that's the beautiful part. But it's fine. It doesn't really matter. I'll make a video sharing my tips for exams. So yeah, subscribe if you'd like to see that. I didn't have food at my phone. I feel like you could not hear me, so explain this. Hey guys, I haven't checked in with you guys today, but I had my tests today. They were so fire.